All right. As far as the injuries go, everybody practiced today. We're going to end up listing Pacheco as out here in a minute. So look forward to the challenge of playing Indy. Heck of a football team. So again, we look forward to playing at GH Field, Arrowhead Stadium too. So one other thing I want to add to this: Alan Wright is going to the Missouri Sports Hall of Fame. My hat goes off to him. Great job, well done. Can't go anywhere or do anything in this league without a great equipment guy, and he's the best. So, anyways, with that, time's yours.
Coach, with Pacheco, was it part of the plan, or was it a setback?
It wasn't a setback. We were just kind of seeing where he was at, trying to give him some work. He did some scout team stuff and, running around. It was literally just to see where he was at. And I think he's coming out feeling pretty good right now. So that's a plus.
How do you feel about Kingsley and then also Xavier?
Yeah. So Kingsley did okay. Now I haven't. They're still doing all their stuff. So I'm going to wait for that. But it looked like he did okay today. And Xavier did a nice job too. He practiced today.
Coach, what's your assessment of Travis Kelce this season?
Yeah, listen, I think he's done a heck of a job. He worked like crazy in the offseason to get himself in tip-top shape, and what you have to do. You start reaching an older age, you got to work a little bit extra, and he did that. So it's paying off for him.
Okay, thanks, Coach.
Okay.
Birthday man. Fire away.
Travis, you talked with your brother about saying this year's team, in your eyes, could be better than last year's team. Can you just expand on what you meant by saying that?
I just think the chemistry, how together we are, how much we're willing to fight for each other. I think it's not a matter of effort. It's all just execution. And, we're in here every single day grinding our tails off, trying to get that fixed. And, you feel it from the coaches. They're tightening things up a little bit so that we focus on those details and so we can play fast and play with a purpose. And outside of that, I think the chemistry of this team is one of the most fun teams I've been on in a while.
You mentioned this team. It's a lot of guys that only know Super Bowl or AFC Championship game, right? They only know winning. You've been in a situation where you lost a few games before. What's the mindset like, and what's your, I guess, what do you say to those guys?
Well, I don't know. I think every season's different, right? Adversity hits you in different ways every single year, and the ups and downs of the season kind of mold you as a group. So, not to say that these guys don't know how to fight through anything. It's just you have to understand that just that every single season's different, and that our obstacles are going to be different, and sometimes it's just a matter of week in, week out. Being able to recharge, refocus, even after a big time loss or a piled up a couple of losses and things like that. Like, you got to find ways to fight through that. The energy may be different dealing with adversity in previous years than it is this year, and it's just you got to make sure that you're coming into the building with the right mindset. And if losses do pile up on you, man, you got to have a sense of urgency and not kind of go into a shell, but you just got to come in chest up and ready to handle business, man.
Do you, Travis, we all know how the season started with guys being banged up and not having everybody together, at least on offense. But over the course of the year, have you seen defenses approach you guys slightly differently now?
I think in general, I think we're getting a different version of every team's defense for sure, and it's just how I feel like teams feel they need to attack us defensively. We're a veteran group on the offensive side in terms of Pat being able to do it, and Coach Reid's ability to scheme guys up. So it's just we're getting different looks here and there, but I think the coaches are doing a great job of giving us looks throughout the week that have us prepared for anything, and giving us plays that we can go out there and make happen no matter what they're calling. So.
Travis, not trying to make it seem like you never worked out until this offseason, but you obviously put in particular work this offseason. Are you seeing it pay off now as much as it did maybe early in the season?
Me working out all offseason is a huge reflection of our team being a lot healthier than we were last year in the wide receiver room. I think what you're seeing is I'm a product of my environment right now, and I'm just trying to go out there and everything is predicated off of how the offensive line does, how the guys around us do, and obviously the chemistry me and Pat have been able to accumulate over the years. But I think this year is just every year is different. You got to kind of attack it differently. I think in terms of athleticism and where I feel in terms of health right now, I feel like the offseason definitely helped me to at least get a head start on some of the wear and tear. So it's just the body feels better, but I think the production-wise, our offense in general is having a better season than it was last year. So a lot more weapons, man.
Travis, Patrick said he didn't like being 5-5, but he was excited to see what was going to happen from here on out. I guess, do you get a
I'm excited every single day we come into this building, man. There's still a chance I'm fighting, man. And I think right now it's a different season than we've had really since I can remember. And with that being said, it's every single day is a new challenge, and I love that. I love that opportunity. We get a great football team that's playing amazing on both offense and defensive sides of the football. They got a great run game, pass game, playmakers all over the field. So, and then defensively, they're very stout, and they're getting one of our ex-Super Bowl winners, Tarvarius, back this week. So it's only going to make our job a little bit harder, and we just got to focus, man. And but I got all the faith in the world in everybody in this building, and going out there and finding a way to get a win this weekend.
If I could take you back a few weeks, I don't think we got to ask you this after the game against the Commanders, but that was a game where you caught the touchdown to tie Priest Holmes, and there's a moment where I think you drop the ball and Patrick goes and gets it and makes sure that you get to keep that. Just what does it say about him, and what was that moment like for you when you realized he did that gesture?
That's my guy. He's been known to make sure that guys get those memorable or the memorabilia that's could be personal to them down the road, but yeah, that's just it's one of those things Pat's good about. Is his awareness is crazy. He knows when guys are getting their first touchdown or when they're getting their 84th or whatever it was I got. So yeah, he's unbelievable with stuff like that, and it's just another reason why he's one of the best teammates I've ever had.
Have you had time to reflect on actually being the record holder now?
No. Trying to win a football game this week.
Couple more. Travis, you're obviously not under contract for next season. Just with the way you feel right now, what are your thoughts about that? And just timeline-wise, when would you want to talk to the Chiefs about whether you're coming back or getting a new contract done?
I think, seeing my brother go through it and seeing, I don't know, just how the league works. The season kind of restarts in April, and I want to give the Chiefs a good opportunity to, whether I come back or not, and vice versa, like whether they want me back or not. It's one of those things where I'd like to make that decision before they got to get draft picks and the free agency opens, so that it gives them an opportunity to go out there and fill the roster appropriately. So all that will be at the end of the season, and I won't be thinking about it until then.
On that note, would you rather, go out? Because some guys want to do like a Kobe tour, right? That's something that you.
Listen, I love Kobe, man.
Yeah.
I love Kobe. I love everything about him, man. But that's not me.
Okay.
I like to take it day by day, year by year, and just evaluate it like that.
Travis, what have you seen from Tyler Warren, Colts young tight end? Is there anything about his game that you like, and is there anything that he does that reminds him of when you were that age?
I don't know, man. He's a big dude coming out of Penn State, man. He's an absolute force, and you can see why he's got a lot of success early. He's got how he ran with the ball when he was in college, his feel for zones, his ability to go up and make a catch over top of everybody. Just a big target out there, man. And I'm excited for his future, but hopefully we can hold him to a few yards this week. All right, now. Have a good one, guys.
Thanks, Travis.
All right.
George, you haven't been on a team that's had this record after 10 games. I'm just wondering how the locker room is after dealing with a couple of losses back to back.
We're confident in our abilities, and we know what this team is capable of. Obviously, we're not happy with where we're at. And I had my coach in college, Mark Hagan, was like, if you're not happy with where you're at, do something about it. So I think that's the mentality.
George, speaking of college, you faced off against Jonathan Taylor, I believe, once in
Yeah, that's
college.
right. Yeah.
What do you remember about facing him in college, and how much have you changed since then?
Yeah, I mean, he was a beast in college, and he's a beast now. Just heck of a player, can do it all as a running back, and his numbers, his stats, and his resume all indicated that. So, we have a heck of a lot of respect for him and their whole offense, and we're gonna have our hands full.
George, the Colts use a lot of play action based off of their run as well. You've been pretty good at noticing those keys last week in Denver as well. Is that something that changes team to team without asking you to give away exactly what you're seeing from this group?
A little bit, but at the same time, as a defensive lineman, there's certain things that are just keys, basically Joe Cullen's big on just attacking your key, and the stuff we work on in training camp that carry over into the season, and it's kind of just, if you see this, then that's gonna come type thing. So just more attacking your key, and we do a great job. Joe Cullen, Alex, Lou, all the guys do a great job keying that stuff, so we're ready during the season when those situations occur.
What's kind of the mindset right now, George, amongst the D-line group as far as the sense of urgency that maybe is different this week than it was a week ago? Or is it different at all?
I'm not the sense of urgency. I mean, there's always a sense of urgency because we want to win every single game. Every single game is the most important game, and now it's backs against the wall to just to freeze the conversation. So it's there's a lot of weight on us, and pressure creates diamonds. So.
Hey, George, the third downs. What do you think you guys can do better on third downs?
Just figure out a way to stop them. again, had a college coach is like find a way to find a way. So just by any means necessary, get to the quarterback. And like, we control what we can control as a front, and the back end spags and all that stuff. We do a great job and all that stuff. So just finishing, I think that's the biggest part, because game plan execution, all that stuff has been good. To just finishing at the end of the day.
Couple more.
So a little off the wall, but Travis is 12 years older than you, and he came back and he's producing like he's doing now.
I'm aware of that. Yeah.
Is it kind of amazing to see him come back this year and do what he's done?
I mean, to me, Travis is one of the greatest players to ever play this game, and the greatest tight end. So nothing that he does surprises me. On the field, off the field, he's a great friend, a great mentor, teammate, leader. I don't have enough good things to say about Travis. He's the best.
George, what is your assessment of the progress and the development of Ashton Jelani?
Ashton's getting better every single week. He's been thrown in the fire. He's gone through the gauntlet. Much like a lot of other younger guys have. Kind of reminds me of myself when I was around his that's like 3 years ago now. So. He's getting thrown in the fire, and he's getting better every single week. He's asking a lot of questions. He wants to get better. He wants to be great. So he's doing a great job. He's going to continue to get better, and I'm proud of him and his effort.
All good. Thanks, George.
Thank you, guys.